Okay, so we first met at my cousin's and his best friend's wedding. So my cousin and his best friend got married, and we didn't actually talk there, but Bryce...
I asked her cousin if I could talk to you, and she told me absolutely not, no way, you're not allowed to talk to her. And then,
don't bother my cousin on my wedding day.
Yeah.
And then about 6 months later, we at
Justin's birthday party.
Yeah, his best friend's birthday party. We saw each other again there, and he told me that since the wedding, he hasn't been able to stop thinking about me. And he said, it's not your cousin's wedding anymore, she can't tell me what to do.
Yep.
Just a feather floating in the wind, dance through the sky, waiting to descend.
And then that was it. We went out the next week, and it was pretty clear.
Yep. Week after week, and then slowly just broke you down.
Yeah. Oh, stop. No, it was clear after the first date that we found each other's person.
I'm wondering.
I don't know, there's a couple ways I knew Bryce was the one. The first thing that really stood out was on our first date. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
Yeah, I do.
We went out to dinner, and he ordered, when they came around to take our food order, he ordered buffalo shrimp as an appetizer without asking if I wanted an appetizer or anything. But that sounds really bad, but I mean it in the best way, because I was like, oh, a man who knows what he wants.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, and I love appetizers, so he's an appetizer guy, which was pretty cool.
I feel like I knew from, I had hints, like I was like, oh, I want to know what this person's about at the wedding. But whenever you just came up to me after I was still kind of dodging you, it's because out of respect, out of friendship.
Dodging me?
Because I was trying to be nice.
I know.
And then you just said, are you going to talk to me or what? And I was like, oh, okay. It's the same thing, a woman who knows what she wants. So the day that we got engaged, I was a nervous wreck. I lied to her and said we had a bunch of things planned to try and throw her off the scent of us getting engaged. And did it work?
It did.
Okay.
Well, okay, it almost didn't work. So it's like, oh, we got all this stuff to do, and then after we go to these places, like, we still have time for lunch, so we'll stop and get lunch, but I told my mom I'm gonna help her with a project at the house, so we're gonna be there all day, if that's all right. So then I was like, oh, okay, well, guess it's not happening today, and completely threw me off. And then we went out to lunch, where we first went on our first date at Culinary Misfits.
And then you got mad because I kept cutting you off whenever we were walking back to the car.
Yeah, we were walking back to the car, and I didn't know that, of course I didn't know that what was happening, and my brother was there waiting for us to take pictures, and I had no idea that was happening. And so Bryce, every time we'd turn a corner, he kept walking in front of me so that he would be in the way so I wouldn't see Joey. And after 3 times, I stopped walking, and I was like, come on, man, you're doing it on purpose. And then we got to the car, and he propped his phone up on his truck and was pretending like we were gonna take pictures. And we never take pictures like that, so I was like, why are we taking pictures like this? Why aren't we taking selfies? What is happening? And I wasn't being very nice.
And then you were bawling your eyes out saying sorry. And then...
Oh, well, but before that, he set the camera up to record.
Oh, yeah.
And then we walked back to the spot we were gonna stand in and take a picture. And I was like, oh, you have it in video. You're not even taking pictures. And he was like, sorry. And then when we were posing for, to take a picture, he got on one knee and proposed. And then I started crying because I was so happy, but also I felt so bad because I was being so mean. And I'm usually not mean at all.
And then And then my parents were waiting at your parents' house, and
for a little mini engagement party.
yep.
Yeah, and then he told me, he was like, we actually don't have anything to do today. We're going to an engagement party.
Yep.
And then we did. We had a little engagement party with our closest people, just our parents.
Yeah.
Joey.
And Joey. Hey, Joey.
And yeah. It was the best day ever.
It was. Love you.
Love you.
I feel like my face is so swollen from the ramen noodles.